Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your July 2020 Taroscope. I'm recording it a couple days later than I meant to, so sorry for the delay. It was just out of pure laziness. Work has been crazy, and I needed a breather. Which I need to get better at, like, sitting down and having a day where I actually just, like, record them to make it easier, but I record off my phone. And so that is also why I shuffle the 8 cards, and then the ninth card is your overall energy off camera because it saves time. Just want to put that out there for anyone who is new to checking out my channel. As you can kind of see her fur a little bit. That's Nala, my baby kitty cat, who sometimes likes to be in the room when I am doing your guys' reads. So this is for Aquarius placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and even Mercury. I'm just looking at this read without even like having to clarify. This looks like a really, really good read. I still like doing my clarifiers anyways. I'm going to do it anyways. But let's get into your read. So your overall energy for the month of July is the 10 of Pentacles. So 10 of Pentacles is basically where it's this is such a good card to get upright, obviously. So the 10 of Pentacles is about having like solid foundations in your life, like your career and finances. They could be lining up if they aren't already lined up. So career and finances lining up, having the romantic relationship that you've always wanted, and it's an actually happy, functioning, healthy relationship. And to you, whatever your ultimate end goal for a relationship, if yours is, getting married and having kids and growing old, oh, sorry, my voice went out, and growing old together and things like that, like whatever your ideal, end game, basically, of a relationship, that's what it is. But it's not just the romance. It's like I said, work is in a really good place. Your home, like being able to have a house or just a place that you and this person can call home. It's all areas of your life that are pretty solid and pretty good. Like, you have all these really good solid foundations. They're very solid. They're good. They're nurturing. There's abundance there. It's good. This is such a good card. Because the Pentacles are more than just emotional stuff, but it's still a good card. So that is your overall energy. Either it's going to be energy you are coming into July, energy that started off July for some of you, and energy that will probably propel you guys into going into August, depending on everyone's own personal situation. Because remember, guys, these are general reads. So I always recommend check your other placements just in case you're already like, this isn't vibing with me, because I don't know if y'all do this, but I do this when I'm watching Taroscopes. If it comes off too positive, I'm like, this ain't for me. So I know how it goes. But, some of you, this could be applying to you. You might not even realize it. But your first card is the 10 of Wands, which wands do represent fire signs, which would be Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. If you have those placements or you're dealing with someone with those placements, maybe that's why this is popping up. But if not, this card to me is about like getting everything together, whether it's creation wise and like creative projects, being passionate, like you're actually putting all those like ideas and motions into plan. You are doing something with it. You're putting everything together. You are getting to the next step. To me, that's what this card is really. Like, you are putting everything together, you're bundling everything, and you're moving forward. However that is, whatever it is for, whether it's for a creative idea, whether it's just like, okay, I found a list of all these like job places that I want to apply to. Now let me apply. Or like, oh, I found, like, it's gathering and putting things together and moving and heading in the right direction. So this is good. There's no like, you may be a little bit tired because you are carrying all that stuff on your own. But you're moving forward, because your next card is a Chariot card, which, why does it feel like this was 2 cards? Okay. The Chariot card can represent a Cancer. So you could have Cancer placements. You could be dealing with someone who has Cancer placements. But this card, the Chariot, is about moving on. And when it's upright, it's really about moving on to something better. Something new is coming towards you. So yeah, I do think that you are moving into a place where things are going to be better. This whole read is like really good, you guys, just looking at it. Like either you, or it could even be the person you're dealing with. You know, I want to say that it's all really good because like you've got the 2 of Cups in this read, which, you know. So for those of you who are more familiar with Taroscopes and how it goes, you're already like, you know. So yeah, it's like, because again, you have the first card. And the 10 of Wands is also about, the 10s in tarot are usually about completion of cycles. So you could have been in a cycle where things weren't really going well and you weren't really doing much of anything, and now you're kind of like taking action and doing all this stuff and moving forward, and there might be a lot of heat and fire and passion, you know, behind you. So okay, I talked about the Chariot card. So yeah, your next card, another Wands card, which there's a lot of fire energy in this read. So I don't know if any of you are dealing with fire placements or you have fire placements, but it is there. So you have the 2 of Wands, which this card is literally just what the picture looks like. This guy or person, whoever, however you identify. If this person is standing and, you know, it's like they have the world in their hands and everything is, you know, it's great. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. So yeah, some of you Aquarius out there are going to be in a really good place where like things are really starting to fall into place and come your way and really make you feel like you are on top. And I do hope this lasts obviously longer than the month of July. But yeah, some of you are really feeling that way. It could be emotionally like things, like you could have like romance and good friendships coming your way that are really making you feel good and uplifted and making you feel like you are on top of the world. Your work life could be getting better. Again, I said it could be, you know, your finances being better. Your dream job could finally line up for you. You know, I mean, I know that there's a lot of crazy things going on in the world right now, but like just because your own personal life is going well doesn't mean you should like be ashamed that it's going well, you know? But it really does look like you guys have good things. The next card is the Emperor card, which does represent an Aries. So you could have an Aries placements, you could be dealing with an Aries, but either way though, the Emperor card in terms of romance is like either this person is your soulmate, it's you know, either you view this person as your perfect ideal partner or they view you as your perfect ideal partner. Like there's really good chemistry here. If you are more attracted to men, this is usually like an older man, or not necessarily older, but someone who's a lot more like sophisticated or wise or really has their stuff together, or they have that kind of energy, you know? If this is more for someone who wants more like work related stuff, this is either you could be getting a promotion and becoming a boss and becoming having a more authoritative role at work, because this also has to do with like authoritative roles. And so yeah, you could be coming into a situation where you're getting a promotion at work, or you and your boss get along really well, where it just life is really going well for you at work because you and your boss are really clicking and getting along. But either way, it's like it's all good things. If it's a boss, you know, things, if you are becoming a boss, it's gonna go well for you. If you know, if it's a romantic situation, it's looking good. So like this is a good read. You do have the Judgment card, which is the situation is basically, you know, it's going to work out for you, or you know, it could even be your cross watcher watching this. But it's just like things are going well. Like something might be judged, a situation that needs to have some type of like judgment, but it's upright, so it's gonna be a good thing. It's gonna be great. However, I do want to say, because you do have the the Seven of Swords energy, which is about balancing a lot of things. So some of you may have so many wonderful good things going on that you're getting to a place where you may have to pick and choose what you want, and what you might have to leave behind. Others of you may be juggling a little bit too much and need to take it easy and slow down just a little bit, because you're leaving things behind on the wayside that you probably don't mean to leave behind, but you're kind of like, ugh. That's just a reminder. But I think honestly, this card is just like an outlier, because everything else in this read is good. Because like I said, you do have the Two of Cups, which Two of Cups is about soulmates. It's about, like, again, it could be a work soulmate. You could have like a job that's like the job that is destined for you, career that is destined for you. But to me, you know, it's probably a little bit more on the romance side. But yeah, it's like, this is good. This is fated. It's meant to be. Yeah, when I say this is good, it's fated, and it's meant to be, I don't want to make you feel like, oh, this is the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with, even though you do have the Ten of Pentacles right there. It's just definitely a relationship that is meant to come into your life. And for right now, it's good. It's a good thing. It might happen really fast and quick, because you have the Knight of Wands, which the Wands energies are usually about quick movement, and they might come in really fast, quick. It might be very intense and passionate, but they're coming. Someone's coming towards you, Aquarius. This is really good. They're thinking about you. If they haven't come in yet, they're definitely thinking about you, and they have like a lot of like intense, strong feelings for you. Okay, so why is the Ten of Pentacles the overall energy for Aquarius in this read for July 2020? Sorry if I sound stuffy. I should be honest. I was a huge Glee fan, and the whole stuff going on with Naya has just not been sitting right in my soul. But I am gonna be honest though, I am not ever going to use my tarot to try to figure out something like that and what is going on with her. But it's just weighing on my heart, and I'm not gonna lie, I was crying a little bit before I did this video, and I'm not trying to get people to come over here and watch this. I'm just saying I'm very upset, and I hope justice is served for her family. So that's why I sound a little stuffy, because I was legitimately crying about this before I started doing the read. Sorry, my fault. Okay, so what is the overall... Okay, so it's the Queen of Wands. So yeah, for some of you, it could be someone who has fire placements. Or you could have fire placements, but this is really good. It's going to be very intense and passionate, and I think it might really come a lot faster than, like, you might be someone who, even if you are an air sign, or you're an Aquarius, obviously, you may move a little bit slower, Aquarius. I think you do, because you guys all, like, move to your own rhythm, your own beat of your drum. You're very different than, I would say, especially Gemini. Even though I'm a Gemini, and I feel like even though I get along with Aquariuses, you guys are so different and unique, and it's not, and I know that's like what you guys are stereotyped as, being unique and different, but you truly are. And I think that this person might be a little bit more intense than what you're used to, because you guys are very much go with the flow, or chill. You try not to cause too much drama or attention for some of you. And I think that this person, I'm not saying that they're like a drama queen or anything, but the card was the Queen of Wands. I'm sorry if I didn't say that. But yeah, I think they're going to have a lot of passion, and they might be a little bit more, like, have a little bit more zest for life and make it more obvious than you do. You know, I think that's what's going on. And, you know, but it could be your opposite in a good way. All right. And it doesn't have to be, I just want to make sure that I say this, it doesn't have to be a woman. This doesn't have to be a cis-het situation. It could be, you know, two men, it could be two women, it could be two non-binary people, gender fluid people, it could be two trans people in a romantic relationship together, it could be a trans and a cis person together, like, you know, what have you. I just want to make that clear. But it's definitely someone who is different than you and a little bit more like passionate and maybe wears their heart on their sleeve a little bit more than you do, okay? So why is the Ten of Wands here for Aquarius for July 2020? Okay, so you do have the Six of Cups in reverse, which this card is usually just about like new beginnings, someone new coming in. It's someone new because usually the Six of Cups upright when it's, so you got it in reverse, which is this way that I'm showing it now on the camera. Okay, and then when you get it this way upright, it's usually, so when it's like this upright, it's usually about like nostalgia, some, or feeling nostalgic, being stuck in like some kind of pattern that's been going on for a while, or just someone from your past coming back, or you're dealing with someone from your past. This is in reverse. So to me, it's you have new cycles beginning. Something new is coming towards you. There's again, it could be a new person. It could be you and someone who you already know, but you guys are moving in a new, different direction. But it's all good things. I really do think so. Okay, why is the Chariot card here for Aquarius in this read for July 2020? Why is the Chariot here for Aquarius for July 2020? All right. So you do have the Five of Wands, which I do think that you were in a situation maybe before where things weren't so transparent. There may have been like a little bit chaotic energy and it wasn't all that, it was kind of meh, but you're moving on from it, okay? You're moving on from chaotic energy and dealing with immaturity and things like that. So why is the Two of Wands in this read here for Aquarius for July 2020? Nope. Yeah, so like I said, you will feel like you have the world in your hands because you're coming out of a situation, because you have the Ten of Wands, where maybe you weren't treated right in the past. And the Justice card is also here. I mean, this is the Ten of Swords. What am I talking about? So that this card right here, the Ten of Swords, and this one is Justice card. So to me, I think that there was a situation in the past where there was some type of betrayal, either on your end or their end. Justice, though, is going to be served in the situation. Also, the Justice card can represent a Libra, which is another air sign. Which I forgot to say, swords do represent air signs, which would be Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. And so since clarifying the Two of Wands, I do think like you will eventually come into a place where like you have the world in your hand type of feeling. You're moving on from this past betrayal and that past situation that left you maybe feeling betrayed, backstabbed, hurt, needing to take a breather, restless, like, you know. Okay, and so why is the Emperor card here for Aquarius for July 2020? Come on. I don't know what your what your other placements are, but I just want to say that right now, all of the fire signs, earth signs, and water signs videos are up if you are looking to check your placements, depending on when you're watching this video. So depending on when you're watching it, the other two air signs, Libra and Gemini, might not be up yet. Okay, why is the Emperor here in this read? Oh. Okay, you do have the Magician, which it kind of fell out sideways. So I'm going to read it going both ways. So for upright, it's someone is seeing you or you're seeing yourself as the Emperor or what have you, is because you've gone to a place where you really mastered all areas. You are in a better place where you can express your emotions and, you know, you're really good at if you have a creative side, you're really good at it. You're good at, you know, when you need to be quick, you know how to be quick. When you need to maybe be a little bit harsher and like set boundaries, you know how to do that. You've like, mastered all different areas of your life. Like you can, balance work and friendship and working out and like all that kind of stuff. Like you've balanced all areas of your life. And that is why someone is seeing you as the emperor. And, they're very into you. For others of you, you need to for some of you, because like I said, it kind of fell sideways. So when it falls sideways, it's hard for me to like, I don't want to move it in one way or the other. And it's so for some of you, if you are the people who are meant to have the card in reverse, I think this card is saying in order for you to become an emperor, you really need to work on yourself and be a magician. Not everyone, though this applies to, like some people get lucky and find love when they are still in the process of like, if you're looking for a romance read, some of you get lucky and find your emperor, or you become someone's emperor, in the process of trying to be better and be a better person and change, Some people are lucky and they meet them even before the change starts happening. And some people, unfortunately, have to go through a whole bunch of things and trials and tribulations till they finally get to their emperor, or before you finally become an emperor, So whichever way that is supposed to be for you, apply what fits. Okay, why is the Judgment card here for Aquarius for July 2020? All right. You have your own card, which came in reverse though. So the Star card, which can, like I said, represent you in Aquarius. So you may be in a situation where you were in the wrong and you're kind of facing the Judgment situation, but it's not too bad because overall this read is a really positive read. I would also say with the Judgment card, it could just be like you yourself are maybe kind of scared to get the justice that you need. But also what else that card can mean is like, I feel like the judgment that is going to come, it may not be as pretty and as glamorous as you want it to be, but it's gonna be a judgment and it's gonna happen, All right, and why is the Seven of Swords in this read for Aquarius? Why is the Seven of Swords in this read for Aquarius? Okay, so there's some stagnation right now because you do have the Six of Swords in reverse, which the Six of Swords upright is about moving on to calmer waters, something better, more smoother. So I think right now some of you are a little bit stuck before you get to this place where everything can move on and be better, but you will move on because you did have the Chariot card. And I think you might still be dealing with this situation from the, that is kind of blocking all this good stuff coming towards you. So why is the Two of Cups here in this read for Aquarius? Okay. Oh, yes. So you have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is about, like I said, Pentacles has to do with career work, finance, foundations. It could have to do with home because of nurturing and all that stuff. So you got this upright. So this is really good. So to me, this is like saying that this situation that is coming towards you, whether it is a romantic situation or not, regardless of what the situation is, this is going to be a really good and solid opportunity. It's going to be extremely nurturing. It could be a situation that is going to bring you lots of abundance, whether it is financial abundance, emotional abundance. It's going to be really good for you. It's going to bring some good things for you, Aquarius. And last but not least, this already fell out. You have the Ace of Wands, clarifying the Knight of Wands. So yeah, this is going to be a very big, big moment that is going to change things. There's going to be a lot of, if this is romantic, there's going to be a lot of passion, and it's going to be intense, but in a good way. There's going to be a lot of heat, a lot of chemistry. It could be very quickly leading to a baby. It's going to be a very fast, creative, magic, because wands, it's going to feel magical. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be good. If it's something on the, like, maybe a creative project that you've been trying to get off the ground and you're finally getting off the ground, it's really going to go well. Like, it's going to go well, and it might happen a lot faster than some of you think. Like, it may be, I don't know, it could totally throw you off and happen just like boom out of nowhere, and it's going to be good. I'm sorry if that snap was a lot louder because I kind of snapped really close to probably where the mic picks up on my phone. Okay, what else does Aquarius need to know for July 2020? This is for Aquarius placements: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury. Is there anything else they need to know? And then I still have your sex magic cards to pull. Your sex magic cards and romance angels, and what's the other one? Nerds from the universe. All right. So the card that fell out was the Death card, which represents Scorpio. Or it could just be an old cycle is ending and something new is beginning. Something new is coming towards you for sure. Okay, what else is going on for Aquarius for July 2020? Okay, this is really good. You have the Eight of Cups in reverse, which to me, this means you aren't walking away from something quite yet. Or, you have something new coming towards you, and it's really going to be good. You aren't walking away from something. You're not letting someone pick up your dreams. You're not letting someone take this dream from you. Okay, what else does Aquarius need to know for July 2020? Oh. Alright, so this one, it jumped out, sadly. I'm sorry, in reverse. So, there might be some stagnation before there is a victory. You might have one thing that doesn't work out, but I don't think it's like a big deal, just because your overall read has been so good that I really do think that there is something good coming towards you, Aquarius. And what else does Aquarius need to know for July 2020? What else does Aquarius need to know for July 2020? Interesting. So you have the Ten of Pentacles now in reverse. So I'm going to say there is a good chance that maybe who you think your Ten of Pentacles is, it might be someone different than that, because, your overall energy is the Ten of Pentacles upright, and that's being clarified by the Queen of Wands upright, which to me, so I do think that you it may be just with someone who you weren't expecting as your Ten of Pentacles, and look, I don't know if you noticed, the bottom of the deck, your clarifying deck, is the Two of Cups. So yeah, I really do think that something good is going to come for you, Aquarius. You really do have something good coming towards your way. I do think, though, that you have a situation that, from your past that maybe needs to be cleared out and dealt with so that this new great beginning can come towards you, okay? So what sex magic cards? What do we have going on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury? What is going on for y'all? Okay. So, first one. Ace of Pentacles upright, which I'll read what it means in a second. Okay, this feels like more than one card, and it is. So the next one is the Seven of Wands in reverse. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. And what else for sex magic? Alright, and then you have the Four of Chalices upright. So let's see what these mean. Oh, I hate when they do that and they get all out of order. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles is this way, that's Wands. Alright, so the first card, Ace of Pentacles, is about gratification. A complete and gratifying relationship that unites mind, flesh, and spirit. Love is rooted in the intimacy that follows intercourse. Why do I keep saying flows? Follows intercourse. So, look, I feel like this is obvious, and it's saying, you know, of course there needs to be some, like, sexual gratification going on in order for some relationships to work, but I think it just means, like, you know what, if you really want a very happy, healthy, romantic relationship, you need to be in a situation where you guys are both on the same page emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and you know, and that you are able to be intimate, not just the physical intimacy. Like, you need to have emotional intimacy too, okay? So the next card was the Seven of Wands in reverse, which that... So it's in reverse, so whispering. Doubts and suspicions dissolve in the sunlight. Clarity illuminates feelings and situations. So I feel like since it's in reverse, you might be moving past a situation where there was suspicions and doubts. You'd be coming out of a situation that maybe didn't work and had you doubting things, but I think that overall you guys are going to be fine, because really so far the overall read has been very highly positive. So I'm not too worried about what this is saying right now. And then the next one is I said Two of Pentacles. If you would turn. Sorry. So, Two of Pentacles in reverse. So upright, this card is usually about embarrassment. So upright, if you had got it, it would say embarrassment, uncertainty, unease, and the fear of getting involved with must be overcome. So yeah, some of you, if you are, just because it's in reverse, I'm going to say, like, because I know Aquarius is, some of you will have a really hard time, like, I think, a lot of people have this issue. It's not just like Aquariuses, but I think some Aquariuses, you guys don't want to be with someone who makes you, like, get rid of your individuality, and you don't want to conform to something. And a lot of people feel that way, but I think Aquarius is, you more than anyone feel that way. And because of that, I think you get scared, and sometimes you leave situations when you don't need to. So in this, it's like, oh, sorry. I think some of you are coming out of, like, feeling the need to run away and, like, kind of, you know, sabotage things. Like, I think you're coming out of that energy. And then the last card, upright, is the Four of Chalices, which is about habit. Immobility, habit, and indifference. Caused by routine must be fought. So, yeah, like I said, if you are like this, if you are in a situation where you are just so stuck in, like, being like, oh no, I gotta run away before this gets to a certain place, it's reminding you that you need to get out of that type of mindset, because you have something wonderful, I think, that is coming around the corner. And I very much believe, though, in free will, and that we ultimately, at the end of the day, make our own decisions. So regardless of what the cards say, if you block your own blessing, that's on you. You know, the universe can bring you someone, and if you mess up that situation, that's on you 100%. Because some of you like to believe, oh, well, if this person really wants me, they'll put up with me and all that stuff. No, if you're treating someone terribly and, you know, you aren't showing up when you should, like, that's on you. That's not on them. And that person, if they don't want to stick around and wait for you, they shouldn't. So I'm going to say, if this is someone you like, really like, and And especially with everything going on in the world with COVID and just, how unpredictable I mean, I know it's funny doing a tarot read and me saying something is unpredictable, but like, again, at the end of the day, a tarot read and astrology, they are just potential roadmaps of how things could be and what it could be like. And even if these situations do present themselves, I still believe that you still have free will in what you decide and what you do, and the other people have free will and decide on what they do. So I just want to say, don't block something that could be really good for you. The universe is trying to bring it to you, but if you're blocking it, that's on you. That's not on the other person. And, don't be that person who's like, okay, well, like right now I kind of want to have fun and do, I'm sorry, going on a tangent. Don't be the person who's like, oh, okay, yeah, like I'm gonna like totally, do this, and maybe like, yes, you are allowed to have fun and have a quote unquote bachelorette type of like lifestyle. But at the same time, it's like, if you already met the person you want and that's the person you want to marry and like spend the rest of your life with type of thing, don't make them feel like they're an option, in that, because if you do that, you're going to lose them. That's all. I'm sorry if that went on longer than it should have. Okay, so your first romance angel card is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So be patient, wait for it, as Aaron Burr would do. Wait for it. It's okay to lie and wait. It's okay to sit and wait sometimes. But what I mean by that is like, this situation is coming towards you. Wait for it, but don't let it pass you by. Don't be like, oh, no, I'm scared or whatever. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual types and expectations. Again, like, this is why remember how I said with the Six of Cups, it could be someone that you already know, but things could be moving in a different direction with them. This could be, so like, your soulmate really could be someone that you've already met, and you may have written them off as a romantic offer, as a romantic option. And I mean, you shouldn't have someone be an option. It's like, you either want this person or you don't. But it's someone who may have written off, or not necessarily written off, but you just didn't even register in your head or in your heart, yet that this is someone who would go well with you romantically. And they could be that they really could be the right one for you. Next card that fell out is calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So I would say just ask for someone who is going to help benefit you, and I mean benefit by who's going to make you grow and become the best version of yourself. Someone who is going to be, who you will be in a healthy relationship with. Ask for that, because I feel like when people ask sometimes for a certain list of things, like, I want to be with someone who also likes Fall Out Boy like I do. That's something I would ask for. I want to be someone who like here, I'd give you my list of what I would want. Like, guy who also likes Fall Out Boy, guy who also likes superheroes, who likes musical theater, and who likes watching TV, and who likes going to concerts, and who likes going bowling and going to the movies. Like, that's my list of, like, you know what I mean? But it's like, don't think so much about that list. Think about, like, do you want someone who is going to nourish your soul, who's going to nurture you, who's going to be there for you emotionally and mentally, and who will be faithful to you, and things like that is more of what you should focus on. And obviously you want someone who you vibe with, but like, sorry. And one last card for Aquarius before we do notes from the universe. I am so sorry if this is like feels really long and like ridiculous. Okay, and your last one. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So some of you are very lucky and already know your soulmate, and others of you, like I said, they're coming for you. You're going to have this person. You are going to have this connection. It is meant, sorry, this person is meant for you. And, you know, but at the end of the day, if you don't want to be with them, if you don't want to put in the effort to make it work, it's not going to happen. I just have to say that because, you know, some people like, okay, I want my soulmate, but don't want to put in the work. Like, you got to put in the work. Relationships, even all the best ones, you have to work at it every day. It's not, you know, but this isn't to say that you should accept being treated terribly and all this stuff. Okay, these 3 cards wanted to fall out. So, it says, love doesn't have to mean rear. I think it means, yeah. Love doesn't have to mean near. So on the back, it says, some are better loved at a distance for a while anyway, and that's okay. Besides, love doesn't really know the difference. Tally-ho, the universe. So yes, there are some people who you should, like, love at a distance, as in, like, you know, you love that person, but you really just can't be around them. And then this also can mean that you don't have to find romantic love with someone who lives right around the corner from you. You know, long distance relationships, especially with what's going on now in the world. Like, you know, if you are following COVID rules and trying to be safe, some of you really aren't going out there and trying to meet people, so you need to maybe start considering long distance relationships. And it says, love is the reason. And then on the back it says, each person in your life is there for a reason, and that reason always has something to do with love. Like me, the universe. Well, you might not know it now, but you will. And then on the back it says, think of someone very, very special to you. Now feel yourself bursting with love for them. Now mentally shower, drench, and soak them in that love. Now mentally shower, drench, and soak yourself in that love. Now feel it always. Remember that. You deserve love, and so does the people you love deserve love. And this last one is, no 2 flowers are the same, yet all are beautiful in their own way. And on the back it says, comparisons are odious because they presume all things are equal, which is never the case between me and you, the universe. So I feel like that one's really obvious, but I'm sorry, but don't do that thing where you're like, oh, this person is so attractive, there's no way they would be interested in me. Look at me. Okay, well, just because, you know, like, just because they're a rose doesn't mean, like, you're not a sunflower. I think sunflowers are beautiful flowers. Sunflowers are my personal favorites. That's why I said that. You know, and there's other people who may, like, there's some other people who may look at a rose and be like, you know, I don't like roses. I like lilies. You know? So, like, just because you may look a certain way or be a certain way doesn't mean that you aren't as deserving as someone else, or they aren't as deserving as love, blah, blah, blah. But like, Aquarius, you have a really good read. I am going to say that you have something good coming towards your way, Aquarius, and it's up to you if you want to make it work. I really do think that's what it's trying to say. It's really good. It looks good. It looks like, you know, you have this great thing coming towards you, but it's up to you if you want it. All right, Aquarius. Have a good July 2020, and we will see you in August. Bye-bye.